Do you know what today is?
Yeah, Thursday.
See, I knew you didn't care. It's our 1 year anniversary.
Boy, we've been married for longer than a year. It's been almost 20 years. Stop playing.
Not our wedding anniversary. Our 1 year anniversary living here in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico.
Oh my goodness.
It's our Mexican anniversary.
A happy anniversary, baby.
Gracias. And since our Mexican anniversary, I'm not gonna pull our spreadsheet out.
Yeah, we'll see. 1 year ago today, we did the thing everyone told us was crazy. And friend, today, we're telling you the things nobody told us before we moved. 3 myths, 4 rules, and the one decision we'd never undo.
Not as crazy as a record number of Black Americans that are leaving the United States. According to Mexico's I&M data, the number of Americans relocating here has more than doubled in 5 years. And in the Black American community, we're watching accelerate in real time.
Oh, yes. And 1 year ago today, we were 2 of them. We sold the house, we sold the cars, we sold all the furniture. We packed up our entire American life into 10 suitcases and bought a one-way ticket to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico.
The decision wasn't to leave America. The decision was to choose ourselves. And every week since, these are the 3 questions we get weekly, if not daily. Did y'all really sell everything? Do you regret it? Would you do it again?
And friend, today is the real talk, okay? The honest one. The one we wish someone had recorded for us a year ago.
3 things in this episode. The myths we believed before we came, and which ones were dead wrong. The 4 rules of a clean cut, and what separates a 1-year resident and a 1-year returnee. And a decision we'd never undo. Welcome back to The Real on Relocating Abroad.
Friends, sip your tea or your tequila because we are going to be okay. Because we have options. I'm CC Sutton, co-founder of Melanated in Mexico, host of The Remote Insider, and a former Fortune 500 corporate recruiter. 10 plus years of experience inside the hiring room. Full-time resident as of May 2025.
I'm Tristen, CC's husband, relocation consultant, and Melanated in Mexico co-founder.
And today is different from any video we've ever made on this channel. Today is the anniversary.
Do you know what today is? It's our anniversary. It's our...
Okay, so real talk for a second. 1 year ago today, I was tired.
We both were.
Tired of the mundane, tired of the senseless violence, tired of soaring prices, tired of this sinking government.
Tired of being watched. Tired of being hypervigilant for no dang reason. Tired of being exhausted before our workday even started just for being Black in America. Some of you watching know exactly what I'm talking about.
Always being on guard is a tax, and paying that mental price every single day was one of the most expensive parts of our lives in America.
So we made the decision. We sold the house, the cars. We filled 10 suitcases with what we needed, and 6 months later, y'all, we landed here in Mexico.
And 1 year in, child, we have not looked back. You hear me? Not once, not one time, not in a year.
Before we get to the myths, quick favor. If this is your first The Real on Relocating Abroad episode, hit the subscribe button. We drop one of these every Thursday. Now back to the real. Look, when we were packing up, we were basing our whole move on 4 myths. Turns out, we were dead wrong on 3 of them. But there's one that's partially true, and that's the one we need you to pay attention to.
Myth 1, Mexico isn't safe.
This is the one our family still asks us about multiple times. They keep asking us, is it safe?
So, okay, honest answer, for real, okay? We feel safer here in Puerto Vallarta than we ever really did in Houston. We walk home from dinner at 11 p.m. I shop at the outdoor mercado by myself sometimes. Tristen sits with his back towards the door at restaurants, child. Fellas, you know what that means.
Mexico is a massive country of 31 states. Like anywhere else in the world, there are areas you obviously would avoid, like Dallas. But Puerto Vallarta and the cities Black Americans flock to, like Mérida, Playa, San Miguel, often have lower crime rates than major U.S. cities. The stats and our experience both back that up. The news cycle has been lying to you about which way the safety gradient runs.
Myth 2, Mexico is just for retirees, right?
Wrong. Our neighbors are Black musicians in their 30s with a newborn. Our medical coordinator is a Haitian woman in her 40s. We're working remotely, building businesses, raising families here.
And the data backs it. The fastest growing group of Americans relocating to Mexico right now is 35 to 54. Career prime, not retirement.
The news shows you the retirement story. We're living the career pivot story.
Myth 3, you'll lose your career momentum. That's absolutely wrong. And as the remote insider, I'm working with clients climbing corporate ladders from a remote desk. The ceiling isn't capped by your address, it's capped by what you can deliver.
Myth 4, a partially true one. You'll miss American conveniences.
Yeah, partially true. I mean, we do miss Chick-fil-A on Sundays. We do miss HEB runs. Tristen misses Papado's crab fingers, and I miss boiled crawfish. But here's what nobody tells you. Mexico has its own conveniences we didn't really know about. The walkable city, $6 Uber, 10-minute neighborhood delivery, the fresh fruit guy who walks the block with the best mangoes you've ever tasted. You don't lose convenience, friend. You just trade it. And the trade is in your favor and your flavor.
Before we get into the rules, there's one thing we have to say out loud. You're probably wondering, does Mexico welcome Black people in their country, or am I going to be moving to more of the same?
You know what? That's a very good question. And from our personal experience, we can honestly and wholeheartedly say Black Americans are welcomed here, especially in cities like Puerto Vallarta, Playa del Carmen, Mérida, and San Miguel de Allende. We've been invited to dinner by locals. Locals have been very helpful and patient with our Spanish.
Or the lack thereof.
You're doing great, baby.
I'm working on it. I'm working on me. We feel seen without the code switching, without the surveillance, without anyone asking us what we're doing in their neighborhood.
And most importantly, friend, we don't feel like Black people here in Mexico. We just genuinely feel like people.
Now, the part no one else in this space puts on camera, the 4 rules of a clean cut.
Quick pause though. The full breakdown, the safest cities to land in, the cost of living, healthcare options, the questions we wish we'd asked on day one, child, is in our Mexico Relocation Green Book. We call it the Blaxit Green Book. Comment Green Book below and we'll share it with you in the comments.
One word, Green Book. Drop it. Let's get into it.
We're calling this the 4 rules of a clean cut. Save this clip, send it to the friend who's been texting you. I am so ready to leave the USA. This is the part of the move nobody on YouTube is naming. A clean cut helps your new life truly start. We're not just teaching theory though. We made these 4 rules based on our own experience.
Rule 1, don't ship what you can rebuy.
Child, look here. We brought 10 suitcases. We sold the rest. And do you know what we regretted not bringing with us? Nada.
Plus, they have stuff here. Most of the apartments and condos come fully furnished. There are plenty of stores like Las Galerías, Costco, Walmart, Home Depot, and Sam's Club, and so many more local stores to buy things like appliances and your linens. Everything you can buy or boycott at Target, you can buy here. The American instinct is to ship a whole container. Skip it. Save your coins.
Rule 2, date the apartment before you marry it, okay? Biggest mistake I see new movers make, they think they found the apartment on a 48-hour scouting trip. They sign a 1-year lease on day 1, and on day 3 of actually living there, they realize they picked the wrong neighborhood.
So you can make sure you don't say yes to the address after a one-night stand. Here's your strategy. 3 neighborhoods, 3 Airbnbs, a couple of days in each location. Walk the streets different times of the day. See what the noise level is like in the morning and the evening. Then sign the lease. This one rule will save you 12 months of resentment towards a building that didn't fit your life. Rule 3 is simple. Avoid trying to recreate your US lifestyle in a different country. Fam, you moved here to build a new life, not create a dollar store version of your old one.
Look, Mexico is not the discount version of America. It's the version of life America did not offer you. Mexican avocados taste different. Mexican mornings move different. The neighborhood market doesn't work like Whole Foods, honey. Different is what you came for. Let Mexico teach you. Don't ruin it by trying to make it your old life.
Rule 4, start learning Spanish before you start packing. The 4th rule is simple. Don't wait until you're packing to start learning the language of the country you're about to integrate into.
Look, friend, we have to stop thinking that everyone will speak English for us. Even with a college minor in Spanish, I still required constant study and practice. You should have your fundamentals ready before that one-way flight touches down. Mastering basic greetings from day 1, like hola, ¿cómo estás?, can truly accelerate your integration into the community.
Okay, so those are the 4 rules. Save this for that friend that keeps talking about making that Blaxit. Now, the flip side, what we'd actually do differently if we could start over? Well, CC, what would you change?
Well, other than the 4 rules, I would try to start Spanish basics 3 months earlier, because you'll likely need it on day 1, depending on which city you choose. And what about you, T?
I'd personally hire a relocation consultant before we packed any of those 10 bags.
Okay, now this one's the big one, okay? We did the entire move ourselves. Visa, housing, neighborhood scouting, healthcare, all of it. And we figured it out, but
Barely.
the cost of figuring it out ourselves, extra research time, and some trial and error. Mistakes we really could have avoided.
Costly ones too. Trusted guides exist for a reason. We are those guides now. We did that, so hopefully you won't have to go through that.
And the one decision we'd never undo?
Selling everything.
Whew. Listen, this was honestly the hardest part. The house, the furniture, the cars, the closet we built over a decade, the art, all of it.
People told us, don't sell, just store. You're gonna want it back. And friend, every single person that said that, wrong.
Selling everything is not loss. Actually, selling everything is the act of choosing the next life. It cuts the rope. It made us free. And let me tell you something, I have not missed a single thing we sold. Not one item, not one piece of furniture, not one box from the garage. I have only missed people. Never stuff.
If you're ready, really ready, I'd suggest consider selling everything. The act of selling it all is the act of choosing the new life and leaving the old behind. We promise you won't miss it. Pinky swear.
Friend, let me talk to just you for a second, and not the version of you that watches Melanated in Mexico in the background while you fold laundry, but the version of you who just made it this far into an anniversary video for two strangers.
If you're still here, you're not researching anymore.
You're deciding. Last May, we were exactly where you are right now. Same Facebook groups, same questions, same fear of being the kind of people who couldn't actually do this.
We weren't until we were.
And the evidence remained constant. The visa rules, the living expenses, the safety metrics, and the welcoming communities. All that information was right there, just as it is for you now. We just simply reached a point where we stopped waiting for that perfect moment to arrive. Friend, the person you've been waiting for permission from is yourself. And she's been quiet about it because she's been waiting for you to make the first move.
We made the first move. That's what May 11th, 2025 was for us. It could be a different day for you. You just have to pick the date. Okay, so 3 things before you go.
1, comment check if you want to see if you're eligible for Mexican residency. 2 minutes, free, easy.
If you're interested in safety data, cost of living, healthcare, the safety cities to live when you land here, everything you need to know before you move to Mexico, comment Green Book below this video. We'll share our Blaxit Green Book link with you. Give you everything you need.
And 3, this is for you if you are ready to go, okay? The Mexico planning call, 60 minutes, Tristen and me, from your current state to your move-in week. Link in description. We'd rather walk you through than let you guess.
See, I told you I wasn't gonna need my spreadsheet for this episode.
Baby, I am so proud of you. But we do know we'll see Spread Keisha back next week on the next episode.
Oh yeah, she coming back. You better believe.
All right, y'all. Join us next week here on The Real on Relocating Abroad.
Reside where you thrive. See you next Thursday.